What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a look with the Sephora Pro Cool Toned palette. This is a really beautiful palette. The packaging is really nice. It feels really well made. Obviously kind of based off the Natasha Denona style of like layout and shape and everything. It feels very high quality. These retail for $68, so they're definitely higher in price. I mean, at almost $70, that's a pretty expensive palette, especially for Sephora brand. Yeah, so if you'd like to see my thoughts on this palette and how to create this look right here, then just keep on watching. Okay, look, I know that I have a bunch of powder under my face, but that's to catch my fallout if I have it. So let's jump into this. Really, I'm not sure what colors I want to use from this palette. It is so beautiful though. Golly, I mean, just look at that palette. I am really loving these rosy tones here though. I just am kind of living for it, obviously, like everyone else in the world right now. But I really want to try this guy right here. I have dipped into this palette a little bit, and I have dipped into this shade a little bit. Oh, you know what? He's not super pigmented. Pretty sheer, actually. That's it right there. Does not look like what it looks like in the pan. Kind of feels more like an eyeshadow topper, which I hate. Eyeshadow toppers. They're really starting to get on my nerves, because what it feels like is that companies are making these really unpigmented shadows and they're just calling them toppers. You know what I'm saying? I'm hardly ever going to use an eyeshadow topper, I feel like. Maybe I could use that shade. Oh, see how gorgeous that is? That's what I thought this other shade was going to look like. But let's see what it looks like if I put it over it. Nothing. There's like no difference. See, how's that a topper? Ugh, that makes me so mad. It looks virtually the same. That shade could have been so pretty. Okay, what am I doing here? Oh, let's try this guy. That one's also sheer. What the heck? It's like all my favorite colors are just so lackluster. It has like these weird like brown undertones. This one in the middle looks gorgeous, but this one is just kind of like the light has to hit it just right for it to actually look good, which I don't like that at all. I don't know what this tutorial is going to be. It's just going to be a freaking, I don't know, just a cool tone tutorial, I guess. Ooh, that's really pretty. It's like a cool rosy color. I just need to jump into this. I always start coming up with things once I just start actually playing with the palette, so I'm just going to jump into it. So I'm going to start by priming my eyes with my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I have the shade Light to Vanilla. And I'm just going to have hopes that my green glitter just buffs away at some point in this tutorial. I'm like not even trying to fight it at this point, it's there. By the way, I am currently doing a wear test on the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick, and let me just say, so far, so good. So if you are interested in how this wears throughout the day, I will leave that linked down in the description box for you. Okay, where are my shade names here? So this palette also has these stupid little sheets that I hate so much. So I'm going to start by using the shade Latte, and I'm just going to pop that into my crease as my transition shade. I was just using my Morphe M513 brush to apply that. And now I'm going to go on with my Delium Tools 776 brush. I'm just going to use that same shade, blend it on the inner and outer corners of the eye. Sorry guys, I'm just obsessed with halo eyes right now. It's like all I want to do. So for the 5 millionth time in me recording one of these tutorials, I'm going to go hop off camera, do one eye so that I can kind of figure out what I'm doing, and then hop back on and show you guys the other eye, like usual. So I'm going to go do that really quick. I'll be right back. Alright, so here's the look that I came up with. Did a little kind of like avant-garde style on the inner portion here. I thought was kind of cool. Actually started happening on accident. I was like blending it and I was like, it's kind of making like these two little lines. I was like, I'm just gonna go with that, and I just extended and like defined the inner lines more and then popped a bright shade in between. I thought it looked really cool. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it on the other side. So I already applied the shade Latte in the crease and like underneath my eye and everything as my transition. And now I'm going to go into the shade Violet Gray with my Delium Tools 776 brush. And I'm just going to blend over that to give it more of that cool toned look. So bringing that down onto the outer portion of the eye. These shades are super dusty. Look at how much it's kicking up. Like just super powdery. It's like a big mess. Not all of them, but that one really is. And bring that on the inner portion. I'm starting to blend it in here because I'm going to go in and define this part a little bit more. So I'm just starting to get that soft blend in the inner corner there. I love these pink tones on this eye. I love the pink tones on this palette. I think they're so pretty. So now I'm going to use the brush that I got in my Naked Heat palette. I'm going to go into the shade Graphite. I'm just going to start to pack that on the inner and the outer portion of my eyes. And then I'm just going to blend that in with my Morphe M513. This darker shade I find is a little bit harder to work with, this Graphite shade. It's a little bit hard to blend. Like, it's just not the smoothest eyeshadow. It just feels very powdery, very chalky. Kind of reminds me of the Subculture kind of texture, you know what I'm saying? It's just not, like, you can still work with it, you can still make it look good. It's just not the easiest thing to work with, so now I'm going in with my Delium Tools 772 brush, and I'm just going to go into the shade Obsidian, which is just black, just to deepen that outer and inner portion. And then this is where I want to start to extend that out a little bit to get that kind of open eye look. I'm going to go back and define it a little bit more with a smaller brush, but I just want to start to get that shape there. Now I'm going back to my 776 brush, and I'm just going to buff out the edges of that. Okay, so now I'm going in with my Delium Tools 755 brush, and I'm just going to use that to take a tiny bit of the black shade, and I'm just going to start to sketch out that inner portion very, very lightly. Kind of trying to even it up with the other side. And then I'm going to anchor it and pull upwards just to blend it in to the rest of the eye. And then I'm going to start to define this outer portion. And I'm looking at where this starts right here, so it kind of starts right on the middle of that inner tear duct and comes like down and out. So I'm going to try to match that by starting in the very tip of my brush, the middle of that tear duct, down and out. And then whenever I go in and I add the pop of color, it'll kind of shape it a little bit more. I'm going to go back to that Naked Heat palette brush, and I'm using like the pointier side. And I'm going to go into the shade Violet Gray. Just start to blend over the inner and outer portions of my lower eye. Now I'm going to take this tiny little fluffy brush that I have no idea where it came from or what it is or anything. And I'm going to go into the shade Graphite and just keep that a little bit tighter to the lash line. You guys know the drill if you've done or if you've watched any of my other Halo eye tutorials. Now I'm just going to go into Obsidian and keep it a little bit tighter to the lash line here. So now I'm going to go into the shade Orchid Mist with my Anastasia palette brush, and I'm just going to pack that on. Just want to start to pack that on to the center portion of my lid. This one swatched really nicely, but then actually going on the eyes I found that it's a little lackluster, so I am going to go in after I've gotten the first layer on, and I'm going to go in and spray it with some setting spray just to give it that really nice kind of impact. I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of that color, spray it with some setting spray, and really pack it on there. See how it just gives it that impact? I wish I didn't have to use setting spray for this though. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of the shade Pink Champagne, the one that I said that I would never use because it's a topper. But I just wanted to use it in this video because I was like, well, maybe toppers actually do make a difference. Maybe I need to give it a chance. And I think that it does definitely like bring a little bit more to the look, but not anything like exceptional. You know what I'm saying? Like I still don't, it makes it a little bit more glittery rather than just shimmery, and it gives it a slightly different tone. But I do really like the way that it looks. I don't know, guys. Now I'm just going to use my Mary Kay eye crease brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Orchid. I'm just going to start to tap that on like right in between that shimmer and the crease shades, just to help it kind of smoothly transition. So I just kind of tap, tap, tap and do these little like back and forth motions to really blend them in together. And then I'm going to use the same brush to go into the shade, I don't know how to say it. I'm not even going to try this one. And focus that more on the outer portion towards the darker crease colors. So still using that Anastasia brush, I'm going to take that right on the lower lash line, that Orchid Mist shade. Got a little green glittery friend on my lash line there. I'm not even going to try to fight with him. I'm just one with the green glitter now. Now going in with that Pink Champagne shade, popping that right on top. Now I'm just going to do the dark pink shade that I use that I don't know how to pronounce. And I'm just going to place that right in between the dark and the light shades. Okay, so that is it for the eyeshadow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pop on some mascara and some lashes, just like these guys. These are the Sephora Fringe lashes, and I am absolutely obsessed with these. Like, they're the only lashes that I want to wear. Like, I love them so much because they're just like this nice, messy, pretty, I think I've already talked about these, but anyways, I love them so much. Go get yourself some because they're the most perfect lashes ever. I'm just gonna go pop these on with my Giorgio Armani Eccentrico mascara, and I will be right back. So I just realized that I forgot to show you what I did for the inner corner highlight kind of thing, and I just took the shade Powder, literally that's what it's called, Powder, and I'm just going to take this little tiny like precision pencil brush, and I'm just going to pop that right in between just to really make that kind of split pop. Just like that, super easy. Okay, and I just decided that I wanted to put like a pop of color on my waterline, so I'm just going to take my Bite lip pencil. I keep using lip pencils on my eyes, and I don't know if that's like really bad or something, so use an eye pencil if you have it. This is the shade 096. I'm just going to pop that right on my waterline. Okay. Cool, so there's the eyes completely done. What do you guys think? I'm gonna go and finish off the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Alright guys and gals, this is the finished look. What do you think? A nice smoky halo eye with like still those rosy kind of warmer tones in them, which pink is technically a cool and warm tone. So I think these colors really paired nicely together. For the lip, I did actually a combination of things. I kind of did something I've never done before. I actually first put on my Katy Kat Pearl lipstick in the shade Pretty in Pink. I put this on and it was like too like Barbie pink, like bright pink. Not like hot pink, but like that really like pastel, like bright light pink, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted it to match the eyes a little bit better, so I actually went over it just on like the outer edges with my Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Patina, and I just kind of like went like that to kind of blend it in together. So it's a slight ombre, but all of it kind of just like mixed together and created like this nice pretty rosy lip, which I am really liking. And it's not completely matte because I put the matte lipstick over this one, so it's not matte completely. It still has that sheen to it, but yeah, I really like it. Also, I'm wearing my Hoola bronzer, my NARS blush in Matahari, and then my YSL Touche Eclat Glow Shot highlighter, which is a liquid highlighter. So yeah, just give the rundown of what you guys missed. That's it, nothing super important. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope that you learned something new and that this inspires you to step out of your comfort zone and try a new technique or a new color combination, or just to be yourself in some way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in Wednesday's wear test. Bye! We could be